guys, it's Andre, and today I'm going to be doing a spread in my Erin Condren. This is going to be like a rewind spread. I've talked about these a little and kind of like the concept of what I want to do with these, but for the most part, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about at all, is I want to, in the upcoming year, in my new Erin Condren, I want to start doing rewind spreads, and I think that it's going to give me a better look at what I did. I still want to do spreads as far as like me planning the next week, but I also want to do spreads on looking back at a week, just because I'll know exactly what I did and like things that are canceled and things I rescheduled, things that popped out of the middle of nowhere, because I always plan usually on like a Sunday or a Saturday, and there's sometimes I don't know really like what happens, like what is going to happen, because sometimes things come up. So I'm going to be using the Paradise kit. I'm not sure if by the time that I put this up, if this will still be available, but I hope that you guys got your hands on this, and if it is still available, I will put it down below. But I am planning in the past, but with my real plans for my little guy, and this is the week of the 23rd to the 29th of May, and I was here, there, everywhere. What did I even do? Okay, so yeah, let's get into it and then I'll talk more about it. So I wanted to use this kit. There was some other kits that I was going to use, but I was just like, I don't know. And I didn't do a ton this week because I was still kind of recovering, but I was like vacationing, so I did want to use this kit, but I feel like I don't know. I might reformat this kit and put it back out with the new reformats, maybe like more in like July, August. I'll re-put this up because this is gorgeous. It is, I think it's perfect for like vacations. So let's just get into it. I'll stop blabbing now that I'm like 2 minutes in the video. I do think that like 2 minutes of the video I do spend pretty much just jabbering on about nothing. So I do apologize, but I do appreciate those who stick with me through my jabbering. I love this bottom washi. A couple of you guys mentioned my new release video that I said I loved all the bottom washi, but like that I saved the best pattern for the bottom washi. Like I'm like, it's going to be a nice chunk of your area, so I want to make sure that the bottom washi is very gorgeous. That's like a very high concern of mine. So let's go ahead and get into my half boxes, I guess. I didn't even put up a video every day, but I think I'll just put, like if I didn't put up a video, I'll just put like didn't put up a video, because I do want it to still be like consistent, or maybe I should put it above the little things so it's not too like crazy. Now I'll just put that I didn't do video. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my stuff, because you guys know that I'm trying to be more like conscious of how I do this. So I want to make sure that the heart checklist that I have left over is not one of these and is not this color, so this blue color. So that's where I'm going to start. I think it worked out actually really, really well with my 4th of July area. Maybe I'll do these on the bottom. No, I really like not having to put down a bazillion washies. How do I want to do it this way? Yeah, okay. I feel like this is really crooked. I'm just going to leave it though, because I don't feel like ripping it back up. And then we're going to go, I'm going to do the hot pink next, because it's a very, very prominent color. It feels so weird to film. I didn't film like all of this week because I was on vacation. Came back and I'm like, let's get it done. Let's do this peach color. I don't know what color is my favorite from this kit though, because they're all so pretty. I have such a I don't know, like I love everything. I'm like, I love it all. Everything from everyone, from everywhere. I'm just like, love it. So cute, so cute. But I'm just so like, I'm always so pleased. I'm never disappointed. Actually, I have been disappointed before, but you guys know. It's not that big a deal. Okay. So we have our ombre checklist in. I'm going to go ahead and put in all my to-dos. Do you guys care if I like talk through these, or would you prefer them to be sped up? It's just whenever I have to speed them up, it's actually like I have to edit them, and I'm like, ah. I like being able to like film a plan with me and then just like put my intro in, kind of, you know, tidy up me having to turn off and on my camera, put a little fade at the end, call it a day, whip it up. You can put up a plan with me in like 30 minutes then. Just export it, put it through Handbrake, and right up to YouTube it goes. But whenever you get into like the fast forwarding and stuff, whoo, does that add a little to the time. I'm gonna go with today. I actually really like this color too though. I thought the peach was my favorite, but I don't know, this like purpley pink magenta color, it's kind of stealing my heart right now. And I normally am not a huge fan of bright pinks. I was aiming to put up 3 plan with me's this weekend. I think this will go up on Saturday. Oh, I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to. I might, because I'm not really doing anything this weekend. I really want to work. Maybe I'll work Sunday instead of Monday. I don't know. No, I don't know if I can. Because I did have Kirsten make a couple extra as an 80 extra Darkest Nights, because it did almost sell out probably about an hour in to new releases, and I got like really like anxious, and I was like, I don't want this to sell out. Like, I want people to be able to get it through at least one day. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least one day. I want it to be up. So I told her to print and cut extra ones, so that means that I don't think that I will be able to work any earlier than I wanted to. What is this? This one's this color. I'm gonna pull this washi down. I'll be right back. So this week was, I guess I should have waited to talk for a second because now I'm like completely lost. So this week was very busy, very busy, but I actually was a very relaxing week for me. So this was the week, on Monday, I had a dentist appointment. If you guys are following me on anywhere or watched my couple last Plan With Me's, I did mention that I was having like surgery on my mouth. And it was because I had root canals done a long time ago. I had 3 of them done, which is a lot of them. And I have a really bad dental anxiety because of that procedure. And before that, I still even was very anxious about going to the dentist just in general. But pretty much they worked through pain and told me that I need to suck it up and that I shouldn't be able to feel anything, and that, you know, like me feeling something like I was lying, which I talked to my dentist about, and whenever we were doing like all kinds of different stuff on my mouth, he was like, yeah, there are just people who can, did I mess this up? Who can feel, yeah, I did. You know, different things in their mouths. Like, you know, you can give like a person, it doesn't even matter about their size or anything. You can give one person a certain amount of anesthesia, or a certain amount, not anesthesia, of like the numbing stuff that they put in your mouth, and it could be different on different people based on like genetics and things like that. So that's where my dental anxiety leaves, is like people telling me that I shouldn't feel things and stuff like that whenever I did actually feel things. So the procedure that caused me the most dental anxiety, it's really funny because it was a long time ago, I found out now is the reason why I have to go through so much dental work. I'm done with all of that dental work now. Now I just have to get Invisalign and then implants for the teeth that they removed after Invisalign, and then I'm like done like with stuff. Like I had all of the other, I had any and all work that needed to be done in one shot. Well, kind of one shot, I'll get into that. But that was on Saturday, and from what pretty much everyone told me, like at the place, they were like, you'll be fine, like you can go back to work the next day, or you know, you're back to your regular stuff. Not eating though, I had to eat like non-solids for quite a few days. And I had that done on Saturday. Saturday, I had it done at 6:30 in the morning because they closed down the office for me, and I had like anesthesia people there. I had like 4 different people there with me, like doctor, anesthesiologists, etc., etc. And what was I saying? So that was on Saturday, and it was a long thing. It was almost 5 hours, so it was very intensive. It would have been longer, I guess. I didn't find that out until I went in on Monday, and it was just like a really big thing because I was like sick. I was throwing up afterwards. I like couldn't do anything. I actually went Saturday and powered through a full day of work. Sunday, I'm sorry. And I think that really screwed me over royally by going to work. And I actually kind of want to like do different. Do I want to do? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so it was just like honestly a mess as far as like what they put me through in like surgery stuff. I don't know. I'm like losing my train of thought because I'm trying to think and plan, and it's quite difficult. So I powered through work on Sunday, which I shouldn't have. I should have just like laid in rest. I honestly slept most of the day on Saturday, and I was like groggy. I don't really remember anything. I was like throwing up, and I was just like ill. And I don't really have any boxes coming because I was gone. I'll do heart on this day. So that was my Saturday, and my Sunday was like work, and then I just like rested. I didn't pack for my trip. And then Monday I left. I had a flight at 3:30 out of Austin into California because I was going to L first. And I had a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. and they told me, okay, well, it's going to be like 15 minutes. So just be aware of that. And I was like, okay. And they told Nick the same thing. It's me 15 minutes. She just needs to get impressions done because they couldn't get me to do them while I was there because I was just kind of like out of it. And I was like, all right, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I go in on Monday and at 10 o'clock, and I had a bunch of things I needed to do after. This is like story time playing with me. I had a bunch of things I needed to do after. And I was like already kind of miserable because I'm on all kinds of drugs. And I was just sick all weekend. I haven't been able to eat anything at this point solid. I had just eaten like applesauce and mashed potatoes and Jell-O for like 3 days. And because I had 3 teeth removed, which is a lot. And there was a bunch of other random things that I needed done, but those were the big guys, and it was just like a mess. And like I said, the reasoning I had to get it all done was because they didn't do it. I don't know if I actually said that. The reason why I had to get the teeth removed was because the way that the last dentist did it, they screwed up my teeth. Like they screwed up the, what are they called? What is it called? I don't know, I'm losing it. Let me just regain my thoughts for a second. A root canal, guys. It took me like 10 minutes to figure that out. So, what am I doing? So the reason why I had to get all of this done was because whenever they did my root canal, they didn't do it correctly, which is a real bummer because that's why I have dental anxiety. So it's honestly like a bunch of like bad juju on my end, like stinks to be Andrea. So had that done, and then like I said, I went on Monday. They said it's me 15 minutes, don't worry about it, like we got you, we understand you have stuff to do, places to be, people to see. So I get in there, and you know, I'm sitting in the chair and I'm like, this is taking forever. Like they didn't even take my impressions yet at this point. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Like the dentist is in here in my mouth with the drill. Like I don't know, like I understand what's going on. And I was in there for 2 hours. At this point I hadn't packed because I was like, oh, I got plenty of time. I had to go to UPS to pick up this large suitcase because it was the longest trip I'm ever going on, and I didn't have a large enough suitcase to accommodate that many days, especially whenever you have to pack like bathing suits and stuff as well. And I'm not packing with Nick, so I can't like throw any extra things in his bag. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I kind of want to put this on a day I didn't do a lot of things, but I feel like that's probably Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna lift this back up. I hate these nails. So I was in there forever, and then afterwards I was like, honestly, like, what the F was that? Like, I looked at him, the dentist, and he's a really cool guy, but I was like, what the F was that? Like, I don't know. I was just like, I was so pissed. I was like, you knew I had stuff to do. Like, I told you I had stuff to do. Like, what's the deal? I don't want to do this. And he was like, sorry, like, I didn't want, and I mean, I get it now, but at the same time, like, I'm annoyed. He was like, I didn't want to stress you out because the last couple of days you needed to be resting and sleeping, and I knew that if I told you, you know, you wouldn't be able to relax. And I was like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time I was peeved because he could have at least told Nick, and then Nick could have been like, babe, like, I think you should probably pack, or like, we should go before the dentist and pick up your luggage. Like, I don't know, I was annoyed. And he was like, yeah, I just didn't want him to tell you. And I mean, I get it, like, and I am thankful for that, like, in retrospect, but at the same time, like, I had stuff to do. Do I want to do this? I don't know, maybe I'm gonna put this up a little higher. So that was my Monday, and then he gave me a ton of, what's it called? A ton of, what does my weekend planner look like? Okay. he gave me a ton of like numbing stuff in my face, and pretty much going through TSA was a pain in the butt, and like going and like dealing with people at the airport because no one could understand me. Like not one person could understand what I was saying because I was just like, I looked like miserable and I couldn't feel my face until later on that night, which goes into how like I said that the numbing doesn't work really well on me. It like numbs my whole face before it numbs my like gum area. Which any of you are dentists, he was telling me that there's like an Irish gene or something. I don't know if he was just like making things up, but he said there's if you have Irish in you, that sometimes that is like a pretty big like common thing that like the numbing stuff doesn't work really well on you, which it doesn't. Like he could put the whole thing in and I can't feel like my neck or my face, but I can feel him drilling. So that's the beginning of my week. And so I'm missing 3 teeth currently, and they're not going to put them back in until after my Invisalign's done, because it actually worked out because my crowding is on the bottom, my bottom teeth, and that is where 2 of them are missing, which I'm missing like molars. I'm not missing front teeth or anything like that. And so whenever the crowding's in the front, it's going to help be able to space it back, and then they can replace those teeth later. So it actually worked out that like those need to be removed, and I'll start Invisalign in like 4 to 6 weeks, which is way faster than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, there's that. I'm going to use some of this because this is really pretty. Did I use a box of this? No. Yeah, so that was my Monday, guys. I'm going to leave that open because I feel like maybe no. There's deco on this, so it's nice. What do I want to do? Oh, I had new releases, so I can go ahead and put this in. And then I could leave this for you. The thing I like about this kit is I feel like it's really pretty, like, and it's gonna be pretty and nice that I like didn't do a ton, but I did do enough this week to plan. So yeah, so that. What else was I gonna tell you guys? I feel like I need to save this one for like a lot of stuff because I had so many things going on. Do I want to pull from other kits today? Yay, nay, yay, nay. I don't know. But I did have like enough going on. I don't know. I'm just going to lay over top of this. Then I'll use this one. Then I went to L's, which is in California, which is kind of like on the way to Cabo. And then we went to Cabo. I went with Elle and her whole bachelorette clan of ladies. I was kind of like the mom of the trip, I feel like, because I couldn't really do a lot because I was on like drugs that I couldn't drink. And I honestly, like, you can ask anyone, I just don't drink. And it's not like I have an experience or a reason I can't drink. I just don't really enjoy it. I used to whenever I was younger. Like you know, I am younger. But whenever I was younger, you know, like 21, I really liked going out and stuff, but I'm just like over it. But I was like the mom, and I like took care of everyone, but I loved it. I honestly love taking care of people. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I'm gonna put a to-do list. I don't know. I'm gonna end up probably covering most of this. Okay, so I'm done with washing. For now, let's work on my sidebar before I get too far into my world. So I was also kind of like, I couldn't really, I don't know, I was really tired. I probably slept like 12 to 16 hours out of every day, which is totally bizarre for me because I'm a very like go kind of person. And I feel like if I would have had more energy, I would have probably, what do I want to do? Dinners. I would have probably tried to at least do like some things, like go to the pool and stuff. But I was just like out of it. And everyone was like, including I was like, just happy that I was there. And they were like, you know, I can't even believe you're here, because I was like really out of it. But I really wanted to be there because it was nice, and I told Elvis, I was like, you know, it was nice to have like the excuse almost to be on a vacation, to like just rest, because if I was at home, honestly, I wouldn't have gotten any rest, and that's what I honestly needed. So to be in a place where I couldn't do much work, I did still do some work on the computer. I did bring my computer with me, but to not be able to do a lot was nice. Like, cause I couldn't be like, if I was at home, I would have been like, okay, I'm just gonna go to work right now. But since I was in Mexico, I couldn't like get up and go to work. So I think it was honestly really good for me in so many different ways. And it was so nice to like hang out with everyone. Let's go ahead, let me see. I think I might just put like this piece of washi down. But it was fun. It's my first ever like girls trip experience. I've many more things planned in the future. Bree's getting married and she's having like a bachelorette party. I don't know where they're going, but there's that. And I'm also going on vacation again in June, and I'm super excited for that one. And I'll tell you guys more about that later at a later date. Let's get into this. Did I go to any movies? No, but I can use this. We had tickets to go to a Vegas show, but one of the girls got sick, so I accompanied them to like the doctors to get some stuff to fix it up. And I didn't go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the rescheduled sticker. And since I'm not feeling this hot anyways, I'm just gonna put it right over top of it. Oh my goodness, so does that not look adorable? Come on, start rescheduling things all the time. Now what? Kind of pull in some other stickers. I'm not sure. Just a couple. So I'm gonna pull out. Oh yeah, here, perfect. This is all I need. I have 2 of these, right? Yeah. I don't know if I need 2, but this pink matches perfect. I have so many multicolor items coming out, and I love multicolor because I just feel like it's so good. Actually, I'm gonna use this, and I'm going to use my desk. Honestly, right after this, I'm gonna go get Shoshana, and I'm gonna bring her up here, and I'm going to clean my desk. I need some foot trackers. I love these so much. Okay, so I want to do, I'm super particular about like things matching. I have more, but I don't know like what color I want to use because I feel like none of the pinks really go. And then I feel like this orange might be, oh, maybe no, this blue. Okay, so I want to get another page of these out. I'll pull these out too while I'm at it. Okay. I feel like also the orange could go. There's not that like many oranges, but I really think that this blue is going to be a good one. So I had a flight. Actually, I had more flights than this. Hold on. Maybe I should use a different color. What else do I have? I mean, I feel like this could go too, but I mean, just to keep it consistent, because sometimes you do have 3 flights in a week. You're just going to pull out another one of these. Okay, so this day was California to Texas, well, Texas to California. This day was California to Cabo, which was my first ever international flight, and it was pretty fun and exciting and something different. And then Sunday was Cabo to Las Vegas, which I love Vegas. Like, I'm not a drinker, which I said before, and I'm not like a partier. I'm like real like low-key. Like, I'm totally fine with being like low-key, but I love Vegas. Like, I don't know what it is about Vegas, but it makes me very, very, very happy. And I'm gonna use the green one. So I don't know, like I'm going to Vegas again in July with Jessica, Tara, and Kirsten. Like, it's already booked. I booked everything a couple of weeks ago, and I'm super stoked to do it. Jessica is actually, I'm gonna lift this washi piece up because I don't think I need it. Jessica is coming down for a month and a half to actually be like a Scribble Prints summer intern. She's going to help me a lot with the party because I do have like a lot of things to do. Oh, I don't want to cover up her head. So she is going to be staying with me and just kind of like interning. Oh, do I put this? I'd rather cover up its leg than its head. Let me move this. Is there anything else I need to put in this day? No. So yeah, so I planned that trip kind of as like Scribblers girls trip, all my friends. Let's see. So I'm pretty stoked about that. It's just gonna be like a Friday to a concentration here, guys, is impeccable. Friday to a Monday, but I'm pretty excited for that. And that is right before, I believe. Yeah, it's right. It's a couple weeks before the party, so I'm going to be doing. These are my birthday stickers. They're in the shop currently, I believe. I think so. And this one is Elle birthday, and then on the 24th is Lauren's birthday, which is one of my friends from home. We used to work at I was hostessing my last job, and she was a server there, and we are good friends. She came to my wedding. Love Lauren. And then I want to put in an appointment sticker, which I don't think I have it in here. Can't wait for this reformat, guys. Ooh, I can use this. I'll just use one of these. Ugh. I'm trying to look at my stickers and do this at the same time. So I'm going to do this with a little, maybe a little car sticker. There. And then here is just the flight, and then it was Lauren's birthday, and then here was, I'm actually going to put up in here these stickers. I'm going to use the green one. I always tell you guys, I try and use the stickers in the spreads that wouldn't match a lot of other ones, so I try and leave the pink ones till I'm getting very much so down on my availability of, where did I just put those flight tracker stickers at? I have no idea. Maybe I put them back. So I tried to use the stickers greens, yellows, oranges first, and then move on to blues and pinks, because blues and pinks are in most, at least mine have mostly blues and pinks in them. Wednesday was, like I said, Elle's birthday. Nick went to Pennsylvania, which I could just put up here, and then it was a pool day, but I don't really need to mark that. And then Thursday, I didn't have much going on at all. Friday, again, I just had my new releases in the morning, which I might put, I don't know, a little clinking glasses. And then this day was a lot more of nothing for me. Just kind of hanging out. That's what it was all about, was hanging out. And then this day was the flight, and then the Vegas show, and that's it. So that is pretty much all of my plans. Let's get into, except for I did do my nails on, actually I did not do my nails. I brought stuff to do my nails and I didn't. I'm not even gonna pretend that I did. So, but see, the thing that I've said this before is that I love using kits that are a little bit busier in the prints or kits that I really love the full boxes, because I don't want to cover them on weeks that are very, very low key, where I have some plans in the beginning of the week, the end of the week, but I have a lot of visuals of that. And then I'm going to go ahead in with these decos, which I love. Place where I like to put decos is either down here or up here, but I'm going to try and put some kind of in random spots. I do have a couple of larger stickers that I want to use in here, along with this flamingo. I love these so much. I'll put this in the dinner section. This is the second time I have ripped a sticker, and it's because of these nails. To do some doctoring. I don't think this one's going to come out as perfect as the other one. I need to get some tweezers up here. Oh no, wait, look at this. Okay, look at that. The other one I doctored well too. Look at it. It doesn't even look bad. I'm impressed with myself. But it's always it always gets caught on my nail, and this nail is needs to be re-glued. And I just put these on today. It's just, I'm not satisfied with these stick-on nails. Let's put this guy over here. I'm gonna try not hold it by its neck anymore. And then I'm gonna go up to the top, because the rest of them are small enough for the top. I'm gonna go off camera because there's a bunch of little dots and they're painful to watch, but they look gorgeous on, so I'm gonna put those on real quick. Okay, so this is the finished spread, and I'm really, really happy about it. I love how this looks up top here. Super pleased with this. I couldn't be more pleased with it. So this is what I have left. I have quite a few little things left. I didn't use that many this week. I didn't have a lot going on because I wasn't home to like mark packages or anything like that. So I have a bunch of little things left. I would say about 3/5 left. And then I have 4 headers left. Usually I only have 3. Whatever. And then I have 1/2 box left. Usually I don't have any left, but I just didn't need one, and I pulled these guys in as well as these, so I didn't need it. And then I have the habit tracker left, as well as all but 2 of my mini icons. I have most of this sheet left, a full box left, a little bit of washi, no ombre heart checklist, and then I still have quite a bit on this sheet left as well. And I've still been decluttering these. I go in and I like snip out every little sheet. I have quite the pile because I haven't done it in a while, but I love this kit. Again, if it is still available, I will link it down below. If it is not available, I will most likely do a restock of this sometime, even maybe in the end of July, even though it probably wouldn't go out until, you wouldn't get it until like August. I still think this would be pretty if you go on any trips in the winter. I know, it's not winter colors, but I want to start going on like in December, go on like a vacation to somewhere beachy, just so that I can have like a little like pick-me-up of winter. And I think that this would be really pretty because it does have the blue and greens, but it is very still like bright in your face. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I will link if these are still available, the birthdays, and I'll also link Crest Press for those flight trackers, or just her shop. I don't think they're available currently, but I'll let you guys know. So everything will be down below. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.